Hello, hello, welcome in chat. Good to see you here. Bum-ba-da-da-la-la. I just woke up. Hello, folks. Good to see you here. Like I said, let me pop out the chat a little bit here. And then we'll be good to go. How's it going, Federal? How's it going, Mystic Boar? Hello, everyone. Good to see you here tonight. And every night. All right, let's bring some stuff up here. Come on, video game. All right. Okay, let's actually mute this for a little bit. And then let's go ahead and bring you out of the way. What do we got for dailies, huh? 20,000 damage using firearms. 300 rounds of ammo. Sounds like it's a Becca day kind of day, huh? Sounds like it's a Sniper Becca kind of day. It's going Cosmo, Ultra, Gazmask, Juan, Mikey, Corky, Pancake Barrel, Mystic Boar, Abdullah, Jonathan, Ocean Brand, Stubby. Welcome on in, folks. Good to see you all here. I actually forgot to do something right before we stream, so my bad. Let me go. There we go. All right. Appreciate the effort that goes into the percentages. It's this weird thing where it's like, why don't you guys just tell us? And the other part of it's like, well, since they don't tell us, it gives me a reason to find out and tell you. So, I don't know. Ooh. Your bear moved, did it? Oh, it does look like it's kind of starting to topple over a little bit. Almost every other game does it now, really? Like percentages or the slightly, moderately, greatly? How do we discover these builds? Honestly, it's really not a secret. Would you like me to tell you how? It's really, really, really basic. So how do we discover these builds? Take a look. The way you discover these builds is you just look at them. So for Spencer, like let's talk Super Core Spencer, right? So you take a look at what these are made of. Thanks for following on Twitch, by the way. We'll be going over to Twitch in, I don't know, 45 minutes to an hour. And you take a look at what they're good at. You take a look at what they have. So he has door locks immediately at level 3. Also lowers all EAS cooldowns by 1 second when a skill card's used. He also has defense system. And if you take a look at defense system, you try to figure out things that complement how they already work. So he has his certain cards he has his certain skills. Right, so decoy puzzles, security devices, biocore HP. So when you're sitting here trying to make a build, you go through each element that these characters have on them, and then you try to see how you can make it better or complement it. So in the case of Super Core Spencer, for defense system, the biocore HP in Area 3 is increased. So what do? You go look through all your equipment and you go, how can I complement that kind of idea? And just so happens that with the newest patch, they put in biocore HP equipment. And that's really all there is to it. Same thing with Daniel. We were like, how can we make our damage go really, really, really high? So we went ahead and we looked into Sadist, and then also Rend, and then also added equipment. And that's how we were able to stumble upon the idea of one bite. So it's not really all that mystical. It's pretty straightforward. You just kind of take what's already in the game and you try to add to it. Hello, Ryan. How's 28 been for you? Now that you've been doing it for 2 whole days. Can you believe we're almost halfway through 2020 already? You have any tips for countering a January with Spark Shot in the first round when you're Daniel? That's tough. Honestly, not really. If I were to do anything, I would, if you can, try to spawn a bunch of weaker creatures around her and then pressure her so you try to make her use it up. Because no matter what you do, no matter what you control, she's going to one-hit kill it. So if you try to make the amount that you spent to get yourself there not cost as much, meh. Make her waste it the best you can. That'd be my guess. It can be tough when the whole team's on you, though, because you spawn in a regular zombie and they come charging at you with torches. It's going to die right away, right? So that's what you would try to do, is you would try to pressure her. So that's really the best thing I can give for you. Or you have another option of trying to crowd control her and then really focus her with, you know, other means. But I'm not acting like it's going to be easy. If Jan gets a Spark Shot first round, you're going to have a lot of trouble. Absolutely. What do you think about Nikolai being a mastermind? I think Nikolai is going to be a gun guy, because if you take a look through all these pieces of equipment, I feel like that's the one thing that none of them have is guns in their passives. And I also feel like he's going to be a money guy, so some sort of economy. Simply because in RE3, he likes money and he likes guns. That's literally all I'm basing it off of. Here we are again. Well, welcome in, Fragile. But frankly, I have no clue what he's going to be about. And I really hope that he has some lines from RE3. You print money. I like money. Give us some gun equipment numbers. What do you want to know? How much damage they do? I mean, I could go a little bit more into it, like damage over time and all that, but... Marathon Dahlia resistance videos? Good. Glad you like them. What I think is kind of funny about the resistance videos is, like, if you watch my first resistance videos to where we're at now, I know so much more about the game. So, it's so... My first stuff is already so completely dated. Which bioweapon would you consider to be the best? Honestly, a lot of that depends on the team. I do like Birkin more than Mr. X. I guess if I were to do gun stuff, I would like really break down how long they're there, how long they last, how much damage you can do, yeah, blah, 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 how much this adds to it, yada, blah, 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 blah. That type of crap. Can I change the way my zombies look? Do I have anything new here? Let me take a look where all my levels are at. So 36, 38, 34, 33. Pretty cool. What do I have on her? I have miniature. Is there any, like, any other equipment points I have available? No, she's maxed out. Yeah, I don't know, man. I think something that's a little tough about the game right now is it's really hard to play it. because everybody disconnects or you're disconnecting and yada yada, and they still haven't fixed it. And I'm nervous that they're not fixing it fast enough, so we'll see. Your daughter decided that she doesn't need to wear anything but her swimming suit and has been wearing it all day. Oh. I mean, at least she's wearing something. Like, I totally thought you were going to be like, my daughter decided she doesn't need to wear anything, and that's all she's been doing all day. I'm like, huh. Okay. Interesting mood. At least she's wearing a swimsuit. And then what do we have for ranks here? We have 26, 24, 25, 33. Man, I never played Sam, and he was my weakest, lowest rank for a long time, and then I just did nothing but play Sam because he's so good. I gotta make that Sam video. I think I got a different skin on some of these other things here too, didn't I? Ooh, golden gun. I think I might have got a pretty one right here. Oh yeah, the carnivorous chicken. Please make a video about someone else. I have to cover Sam though. He's like the only guy I haven't covered. Let me see here. In terms of like new I mean, I don't have a Martin build out yet, but I don't really know what I want to do with him other than mixtape Martin. I feel like I would do like an entire, not just an entire video, but like a video about mixtapes in general. I have a build, not a build guide. I have like an initial here's Martin video, but I have a build guide on Jill, Becca, Sam's coming, Tyrone, January, and Valerie. And then Martin, I don't have one specifically. Oh, you know what I didn't oh yeah, I did test it out. It does like 325 or 360 damage, right? His fire mine, and then it does 180 per tick. Or maybe it does 250. Yeah, maybe it does like 250. Either way, like his fire mine is an interesting ability. Enhance is ridiculous too. I hate enhance. You know what I want to test out real quick? Let's go test something out with Martin. I want to see how long enhance lasts. Do you unlock anything after level 25 other than gold skins? At level 35, you get another sticker. So I don't know if that's like every 10 levels or something. Fire mine stuns G Birkin. Oh, they definitely do. You can make him drop somebody if you place a fire mine underneath them. How's it going, LeFou? Okay, so I'm gonna do regular Martin here with rapid cooldown. I want to see what that's like. Do melee Martin, yeah, I suppose. So interesting, like his equipment goes in the direction of melee, but like, or his passives do. But he starts with a gun.
Let's talk about this instead.
I'd have to test out his swings too.
Maybe. What do you think?
Okay, so well, not what I wanted. So something that's fun about that is they die. Like if he would have jumped onto that right away and hit the mine right away, he would have died before he bit me. Well, let's take a peek here.
Shazam! Flash ready.
That's like a 9-second. Oh my lord. That was like 8 or 9 seconds. I would time it out a little more than what I just. Okay, I'm gonna try to let him bite me again.
Not my name.
Okay, he's not gonna bite me. You can totally like. I think I have to provoke him first and then lay a mine down.
Open sesame. Give me a second or more.
Here, swipe at me. Oh, now he's going for the bite right away. Rip. Either way, we've had it happen a few times where I place a mine down and then it'll die right before it bites you, which is kind of cool. So now let me go into enhance and see if that lasts even longer, because it's an extra 30 seconds. But if you're running mixtapes anyway, I don't know.
I cannot let you live.
Not
The
take a
work
damage
must end
cheater.
here.
I'm
Why don't we
invincible
just
on
play to their
Porky.
vanity and say nice things to them? That could work, right?
I wanted to wait till it said 50. Then he got me right before I tipped my buttons. Come here. Those mixtapes do, it makes it so your ultimate cooldowns are way shorter. Oh, hi, Raven.
Nerd power!
1, 2.
At full power!
Chat. That's like a 14-second stun. That's disgusting.
Ready to flash them. I mean, blind them.
I don't know what's more ridiculous,
This took
chat.
some time,
The 14 seconds with that or the freaking 9 seconds with the shorter cooldown? The stun is forever, right? Like nothing's gonna be alive at the end of that. Oh my lord. When I get a timer instead of counting down manually, I will if I were to go ahead and test things later, but right now I just being lazy and guessing, getting some preliminary info. Interesting. Now, in perspective, by the way, chat, I know that Molotov Valerie's, fun and all that, but I do think that Surplus is a better skill, especially if you run into somebody like Annette who's going to swarm the piss out of you and really challenge your economy. Surplus makes it so you can keep getting what you need to fight them off, which I would say is a better thing. Unless you really build your whole team around this Valerie here, where you get a bunch of lucky charms and all that.
I simply need to expunge your existence.
I want to get a sandwich costume for
Well,
Martin.
she's a woman.
Me
Maybe
too.
she'll have motherly instincts and not hurt any of us.
Okay, so I'm gonna see how long this lasts. Demon Star, thanks for becoming a YouTube member. Joining the $1 club. If you guys want to become a YouTube member, get a green name, get an icon next to your name, make it so I can see you when you talk easier. Just click that join button. Support the channel. It only costs $1. You can do more than $1 if you want, but it only costs $1. Mega Stun Martin. Blech. Okay, I want to see what this is all about. So that's about 9 seconds stun. 8 to 9 seconds. So a regular flashbang and then Martin's rapid cooldown are about the same. But then enhance is even longer. Does anything enhance Val's surplus drop rate? Killing lots of shit. That's my guess. Ooh, I haven't tried that yet. Wow, they hold up like that for a while. So it's about 8 seconds. Thanks, Demon Star. I appreciate you. Yeah, I never showed that part when I did the Infinite Molotov video because I was running Molotovs and she doesn't do that with Molotovs.
Well, this took some time, but at least...
Huh. Anything else I want to know about these characters? Is it possible to have infinite grenades on Val? Yes. It's literally one of her skills. You have to have the economy to keep buying them, but yeah. There's some people that like, if they see Val throw like 20 Molotovs, they're like, oh my god, you cheater. No. She's literally made to do it. Enhanced critical hit with EMP rounds. I mean, your critical hits have nothing to do with your camera shots. Something I would like to test a little bit on Sam is the idea of critical hits on him. Like, something I like about Sam is that he does so much damage that you don't really need to worry about critical hits on him. Like, they're just kind of redundant at that point, and they're inconsistent. But I still am curious, you know? So... is there like a critical hit rate thing on him? Yeah, sure enough. Okay. Now you see how these two add to 12? So I'd have to like get rid of this one. Probably get rid of both of these in favor of these two. So now I'm getting rid of, I don't know, probably a decent chunk of my damage there, but I'm going to be way more likely to nail critical hits. I don't know, maybe that's like a smart way to play him. Problem with Sam is he kills stuff so fast, it's hard to tell. Like Sinnoh Sam build, knockback gloves, and extra health? I haven't checked out Sinnoh's guide. I kind of don't want to check it out until I make my own. You know what I mean? I don't want to sit here and have a certain way to play in my head before I even make the video. 636. So I'm guessing that was a crit right there? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you really... It's really hard. It's like, it's so much harder to test stuff from Sam.
It's locked.
Or just melee in general. So if you see a red on a finisher, it doesn't really matter. If you see a red before the finisher, okay, well I got the crit there. So it's whenever you see red damage, it's not a finisher. So you see how like that little prompt goes up above their head? Well, that doesn't matter. Do you think these weapons have different... Yeah, okay. Do you think these weapons have different crit rates? Like sledge, 2x4, bat? I don't know. Maybe they do. So crit. But again, that final one, that 636, that wasn't a critical hit. Those don't matter. Because it was a finisher. The finishers do not matter. It is the red ones that come before that. I mean, really, we're not going to really get a good idea of what this is like until we test out the... cores.
Your continued efforts only place humanity
Other games, different ones have different crit rates. Part of the reason why I feel like there might be different crit rates on weapons is when I use my quick draw on Becca, I never get anything other than red hits. But I feel like when I use the Lightning Hawk, I get them a little bit.
You may be slightly nearer to freedom, but I will not.
But maybe I don't. I don't know.
Cannot let you reach it.
I have to like really just stare into it. Things like crit rates are a little bit things like crit rates are really hard to tell. Because like another thing is if you hit them in the head with the sledgehammer or with my, you know, like really what I need to do is I need to knock them over and then not hit, like I hit him in the head, so it doesn't matter. I need to knock them over and then like hit their legs and then see how often I'm critting. Which, like maybe I could have a preset full of crawlers and then I just go ahead and see how often I'm hitting them with crits. Like he does so much damage, man. Look at this. So that was a crit, but then that was a finisher. Maybe that was a finisher the whole way through. Hello, dear. It's so hard to tell with freaking melee weapons. See, like, I hit him in the head, so it doesn't matter. And again, you can aim your melee weapon and get headshots, but it's tough. Rip. Because, like, again, red does not mean critical hit by default. So, like, now, that's a critical hit. That was a critical hit. Because I'm not hitting him in the head. If you hit him in the head, it's going to be red no matter what, but that doesn't mean it's a crit. So,
Very well. You have found it. Do what you must.
Here we go. Perfect. So not a crit. Not a crit. Not a crit.
But the virus will still be eating you within.
It'll be interesting to test it on the biocores. Why don't you dick off? I'm trying to test things. That was a crit. So crit hits for about 2,000. So we got a few crits there. I don't know. I think I'm kind of leaning towards damage over crits. Unless there's a way I can boost his crit even more. To make it so it's like consistent. Like part of what makes Sniper Becca so good is that she's always critting. She doesn't stop critting.
I must ensure the others are not so accessible.
Where with this here, it's like, yeah, I don't know. I don't know how much I'm doing it.
Two down.
I'm also getting a little bit of poison resistance, which is really helpful when I'm not running crit build.
I can make adjustments.
It's also insanely hard to test. Like, I think I'd have to get a bunch of crawlers and hit them on the back in a certain area in order to test their... in order to get some consistency. Because, like, chat, it is so hard. Well, how do I even... Here we go. It is so hard to consistently test melee on creatures that are moving around and you're swinging at not necessarily a consistent way. You know what I'm saying? So if I put a bunch of crawlers on the ground in a preset, I could go and see what happens there. Another way to test it is really just using the biocores. That could give me some more like flat rates too. Like I do a certain amount of swings on the biocores and then, you know, do the math off of that.
Let's go.
Don't think of this as winning. Think of this as selfishness.
Seems like a lot though. Hope they have a new map. Oh, there's totally gonna be a new map.
I am surprised you have come this far. I shall revise my strategy.
Like, I would have to go to these biocores and then flip-flop, flip-flap, bloop-blop, bloop-blop. I'd probably remove some of my damage things in order to make it so I could test more often. How come you're not this smart when you're in my video game? Okay, so not a crit. Yeah, I gotta figure out a way to test health on zombies, too. So... I'm not going to say that one was a crit because I hit him in the head. That one was a crit because I hit his ass. So should we get another Mastermind? Yeah, I get Nikolai in May. It's posted all over Twitter. See, I hit him in the head there, so it doesn't matter. Okay, so let's just see what this is like, chat. I think I have an infection spray right here, so that's nice. Make zombie AI more smart, right? Crit. Crit.
I really think you should stop.
So what, 2 or 3 of those out of all those swings, I think? And the crit goes up to 2,600 rather than... We'd also have to test if hollow point rounds affect your crit damage with melee. How's it going, Twisted? I mean, really, it just kind of feels like there isn't a wrong way to play Sam because he's just so strong anyway. I'm not impressed with the grate there.
You will need to do more to escape.
Because again, Becca is every hit. Now, if you consider like on cores, the amount of like I lose about 200 something damage by getting rid of moderately, and then you know the crits kick in and it makes up for that. But I don't know. Mastermind really stinks this round. At the end of the day, in terms of cores versus...
I am disappointed.
In terms of cores, when you do crit versus non-crit build, it's like kind of the same.
Time takes all we love away from us.
So I kind of want to go into Sam here. And I want to see if the crit stuff... There's more crit stuff here. Is there more crit stuff here? Yeah, because this just says critical damage. It doesn't say anything. It doesn't say anything about whether it's melee or not. Now, it says hollow point, so you think gun. But, I don't know. Just test it out, bruh. And part of the reason why Becca's able to crit so much is because it's also built into her kit. It's not just equipment. So what's interesting here is moderately increases the chance of a critical hit for 10 points. But then this one costs 4, and this one, so I can't run all 3 of them. This would be a higher rate than just slightly in the... But, you know, it's... Nah. Yeah, let's go critical hit damage and just see what happens. But now we're losing, you know, damage buffs in general. We would have to test out torches and see how they work too. That's a good point.
On this path as you are.
Well, let's see it. If we just see a wicked amount of... Oh, it totally affects it. Absolutely. Right? I got an 832 there. That's so tough. I hit him on the head. People have to make... Oh, you look nice. You put on a dress. It looks really nice on you. Oh, you too.
Got a locked door here.
I'm trying to like swing underneath with my first hit to try to see if I get a red there. I'm getting 421s. 421. Yeah, I think I might end up making a crawler preset just to like really test it out. See, I hit him over the head, so it doesn't matter. 421, 421, 421. Okay.
This went as I predicted.
Normal damage 300 to 350. I think so when you're using someone else, but Sam has that damage buff. It's because he's Sam. Let me see something here real quick, chat. Oh wait, I can't put crawlers in the preset, can I? Damn. Man, that makes it so hard to test. Either way, let's run through it one more time. And we saw an 832, didn't we? I just want to see if hollow point is effective there. Really, the best way to test again would be run all the way to the end, which I do have a preset to make that go fast. Meow. That was a 421. Okay, let's finish her so it doesn't matter. 421. 832. Okay, so that was a crit. 832 is the crit. Okay. 421 and 832 is what I'm seeing. I definitely don't think this is the way to place it. TBH.
Time takes all.
Because he can boost his damage so high that like it feels like a waste. But I really am just testing to see if hollow point rounds do anything to melee damage. Can first aid sprays revive down players? Yes, they can. Getting owned by these SWAT teams.
For this to happen.
I feel ya.
Who the hell does she think she is?
So if it's lower than 832, that means hollow point effects. 421. 421. 525. Doesn't matter. 788. Yep. 421. Use blunt force, yes. 421. Yeah, I feel like it definitely affects it. We haven't seen an 832 yet. 788. Yeah. So 788, 832.
This took some time, but at least it's done.
Let me grab my calculator here and see if this adds up with what we had learned about other things. It's so bizarre because it's not really a huge jump. Like, it's only like 5%. No, that doesn't make sense. More than 5%. Isn't it? Yeah, it's not that much. Compared to what you do with guns. Pretty sure EMP rounds affects Molotovs. I suppose it would. Okay, chat. So it kind of seems like it affects it, but let's make sure we get this tested really precisely, right? So we're gonna go through. And Sam's not gonna have anything on in terms of critical hit damage. Gloptech, thank you very much. Gloptech, thank you very much for joining the $2 club in the terms of the members. Thank you very much.
Someone needs a bitch slap.
Someone needs a bitch slap. Does stacking Lucky Charms work? Yes. Fake Memes, welcome in. Thank you very much for joining the $2 club. Thanks for supporting the stream. I appreciate you. What are we testing? Right now we're testing to see if Hollow Point rounds affects Sam's critical hit. We're also testing critical hit rates on Sam, and frankly, I'm not impressed.
Activating that will take both your time and energy.
I think it's kind of lame how much he crits when you go full crit equipment on him.
Continued efforts only place humanity in greater danger.
Time?
There are more of you alive than my model projected. You may be slightly nearer to freedom, but I will not, cannot let you reach it.
So we're gonna run to the cores real quick and test all that out and see, like, because again, the critical hit rates, it's definitely not, I guess can't say definitely, like I would have to test many swings and then see what happens.
Very well. You have found it.
I think resistance level get dedicated servers. I don't know. See, like, look at how much I'm not critting right now. Like, all these could be a critical hit, and none of them are.
Take its key if you
Unless
must.
if you're hitting armor, there's no chance of a critical hitting. I guess that could be a thing, but it's not impressed with the critical hit rates.
This is only the first step.
And we're running double critical hit. We're running every piece of critical hit equipment that we can run
Device.
feasibly.
You are still far from
Like, I could run
safety.
dog tag and greatly increased critical hits, but I'm running slightly and greatly because you don't want to spend 10 points on that one piece of equipment, you know? This game needs to be cross-platform? Ooh, sure. That'd be cool.
The door's open!
How do you know that this wasn't all foretold?
But right now we're just testing hollow point damage. And now there is the possibility that your crits are affected by the weapon you use. But chat, really the best way to test the critical hit rate would be like, get 1,000 swings in
The next area
with each
should
weapon
see to your demise.
and then see what happens. How many of those were critical hits? You know how long that would effing take? I love finding this stuff out for you guys. I don't love it that effing much. I could just be like, you know what, run this, and then we'd be good enough with that. Does it do full damage or reduce? I don't know if it does full damage against armor, but it definitely does damage over time. I think it definitely does more like you're gonna get a more consistent damage output on armored enemies with a torch than you are against a, what do you call it? Any other weapon. What's happening? We're testing stuff. Okay, let's pay attention to the red number, chat. If we get one. See how not impressive this is? All right, 2194.
I really think you should stop.
2194.
Well, this took some time.
Type that in my chat, 2194. And now... we're gonna run hollow point 3 and 2 on him.
Your strength will
Like,
not
I wouldn't have been
prevent
as
your
excited
death.
about Sniper Becca.
Yeah, I'd like to see her try to take me out.
Meow. Meow. I wouldn't have been as excited about Sniper Becca if I couldn't get that 100% crit rate out of her. You know what I'm saying? Like, part of what makes her so good is the guarantee that you're gonna get it.
Efforts only place humanity in greater danger.
And if you can't guarantee it,
That will take both your time and
and if you're
energy.
like, it doesn't even feel like half the hits we do. are crits. It feels like
by while you attempt to use that.
maybe if you're being generous, a third of them.
Many of you are still alive.
You know?
Very well.
So
Let's
it's just
continue.
it feels kind of lame. I've seen people like gush over critical hit things on Sam. I'm like, okay. Well, let me test it out.
Fine. Get on and killing it.
Now you can aim. Yeah, you can aim for the head here.
You may take its key.
Chat, you're a real pro player at this game if you can consistently aim for the head while you're using melee. That's just a skill, man. Has your judgment been corrupted with Sniper Becca gameplay?
This is only the first step.
I mean, maybe. I'm a little spoiled with her constant crits, but also, like, when I was making Sniper Becca, I wanted that out of her. If she wasn't going to do that, then I was like, meh. Like, I remember having these conversations with chat. I'm like, what do you think?
Safety.
Constant or take a chance that we're not going to get a crit? And it came out to, like, we want the constant crits, not the chance we're not going to get one. You ever tested the duration of Martin's flash?
Door's open.
Don't
We
think of this
did
as
that
winning.
literally this stream, actually.
Think of this as selfishness.
So a flashbang and Martin's rapid cooldown flash are the same. Like the throwable flashbang, and then if you use rapid cooldown on Martin's flashbang. And that's about 8 seconds-ish. I didn't give an exact timing. I'll do that eventually. It's about 8 seconds. And then enhanced flash is like 14 seconds. It's disgusting. It's only an extra 30 seconds on the cooldown. So I was like barfing all over the place when I saw that. I was like, Jesus Christ, no wonder I feel so hopeless against him. Can you sneak past lickers if you walk slowly? Yeah, they won't mess with you if you don't move. But if you already make a little bit of noise, they're gonna track you down, so it's kind of a moot point. You're not gonna be able to get away with it. Where is the first one? It's over here. All right, 2194 chat. Let's see if it goes up with hollow point rounds. $2896. Considerable jump, but you can also get way higher than that if you run damage on him, and then it just kind of crits on its own, right? Or you can get around that if you run damage, so you're getting a more consistent damage output. 2896, is that what I just saw? Yeah, 2896. So that's about 32% increased damage, which adds up to what I was expecting. Here, let me go take a look at my numbers that I had established for hollow point rounds for Sniper Becca. So if we take a look at hollow point rounds in Sniper Becca, I had written down that moderate plus greatly. So greatly was about a 20% boost, and moderate was about a 12% boost, right? So if you put both of those together, it'd be about a 32% boost, right? So 2896 on top of 2194 is about a 32% increase, which lines up exactly with what we were expecting. So yes, hollow point rounds are consistent. They affect melee the same as they affect ammo, and they affect melee. So it's up to you if you want to do it. Personally, I wouldn't. It's kind of lame.
Time takes all we love.
Because he's hitting 1400, like that's 500 damage per swing that he's missing out on, right? On just those. I know, never mind like your damage up with the whole game. So, I mean, I could get rid of one of these and then go full crit, but then I'm gonna have an even lower crit chance, which again, just meh. Seems lame. So now if I go ahead and run what I was running, I might not crit anywhere near as much, but I'm going to do an extra 500 per swing. And when I do crit, it's probably going to be around the same amount anyway. right? So greatly, and then moderately, and I don't have to worry about healing myself, which is extra nice. And then I got those two, and then what was I running? Gas mask? Yeah. Just to give you that a little bit of on top, but I don't really know how much it helps. We'd have to like really test that too. Okay, so run that. See how that goes. Does higher crit chance activate finisher more often? Nope. Critical hits have nothing to do with finishers.
Steroids are no substitute for brains.
People thought that.
Looks like someone needs a bitch slap.
But it literally has nothing to do with it. Watch me get this crit over here. Oh wait, there's nothing over here. My bad. Critical hits have nothing to do with finishers. It's about a damage threshold. We've tested it, and we've tested it, and we've tested it. There was a time when we were testing Sam with the 2x4, and we were amazed because he was like 100% finishering everything with his 2x4. And he didn't have any critical hit stuff on.
By itself.
And we're seeing very apparently here that he does not have a 100% critical hit rate, even with critical hit stuff attached to him. And we were testing him with no critical hit equipment, and we were getting 100% finishers. Has nothing to do with it. Is it possible to make a claw slash a single KO action?
I cannot sit idly.
You getting your butt kicked or something?
To use that.
You imagine that if one single claw slash would kill people?
Let's get out of
The gate is open, but I will not allow you to go any further. I'm surprised you made it so far. However, I must complete your eradication.
Oh, he's right there.
Very well. You have found it.
If the game's currently balanced?
Must.
I don't know. Hard to tell. Like, it's balance isn't like a singular thing. For a game like this, because it's like, how do you balance it across skill levels?
No, you may take the key card, but do not think
Melees
this
have
is the
different
final
knockback rates.
challenge.
You know, anecdotally, I want to say yes. I don't know how you even really test that without, again, going through the many swings against many zombies, and you'd have to make an interesting control. But from what I feel, I want to say Sledgehammer does have a more impressive knockback over something like the Steel Bat. And the Steel Bat has a higher
You've unlocked the
attack
second
rate.
device, but you are still far from
But, you know, I can't give you a guaranteed answer there, but I just feel like the Sledgehammer has a better knockback.
Come on, let's split.
Shed variations, so it's not always the same maps. They already do.
Don't let it go to
If
your
the
head.
variations are, you know, where the stuff is on the map. Torch seems like that 0 knockback. I think it kind of depends on how you determine what knockback is, because you can definitely stun and make it so they're not
The next area should
doing
see to
anything.
your demise.
Torch definitely can do that. Word of the day is anecdotally. Not even sure it is a word. I know anecdote is, but anecdotally, is that a word? Yeah, again, knockback could be different on different survivors. We've seen that type of stuff in this game before where there's like these inherent stats that these survivors have that we don't really get to see. Yeah, I feel like the Torch is really good at knocking things back and controlling crowds. It's not as flashy when it does it, even though, you know, it uses fire. So I want to see what our critical hit damage is when we're boosted up on damage here, what I've been running on Sam. So we're going to hit like 1900 every swing, right? Yeah. But we might not crit at all. See, I critted for higher there. 2984. That's higher than what we were doing when we had a full crit build on. So, I don't know. I critted like 2 less times than we were before, but I was also doing an extra 500 damage per swing, or 550 damage per swing. So I was hitting like 14 something, like 1421 or something, wasn't I? And I was hitting like almost 2,000 per hit there. Or it was like 1930 or something, or 1989, I don't know. So, yeah. Not impressed with his critical hits. 19. Yeah, we're almost 2,000 a swing here. Now I'm not critting constantly, or very much at all.
Device is stronger than
But
you think.
you're making
You
up
will
for
need
that
to do
easily
more
with each
to
swing you do.
escape.
We would need to get something a little more consistent out of the crits in order to feel cool about it. That's my opinion. Yeah, we're not critting much though. Hardly critting at all. But doesn't matter.
No more time, and so your end has come.
See, like it's kind of like what I was talking about when I made that Jill video, where I can hit a 10,000 crit on Jill, but like, doesn't matter. Consistency will win you games, and so will crowd control. If you get a good result consistently, that's going to win you a game over a crazy result every once in a while. You know what I mean? And now if we take a look at what he has, like, how do we even make it work? Belzora, thank you very much for the $5 tip. I appreciate you.
Can't wait for more videos. Thanks for the content.
I don't know how to make him do more crazy things. Because Relentless is all just about his punches. Focus isn't going to be better than Blunt Force. Blunt Force does more damage. These have nothing to do with it. Oh, temporarily. So you could do a dash and then follow it up with. Yeah, I don't know. Not feeling it, chat. Like, you could run knockback instead of gas mask on the build that I typically do. And maybe you would like that. Huh. Not impressed, though. You know what I want to see, chat? I want to test something on Martin real quick. I think we have the Sam build that, it just... May as well use my Sam build, right? I don't really see any reason to flip off of it. I want to test something stupid on Martin. Run full duct tape on him. I mean, this could be really interesting on him because torches use a lot of durability, right? So if you go full duct tape on Martin, it could make it so your torches last a really long time. Go full duct tape and then also like a lot of damage. And then you could just swing and swing and swing and swing and swing and swing and swing. So we're gonna go full duct tape, and then we're also gonna go... He has a skill that lets you repair. Increases critical hit chance. What? Critical hit Martin? Ooh! Oh, I thought this was just repair... Oh, critical hit Martin? Oh, Pog! Crit Martin incoming.
You will die here. You must die here.
Oh my god, can you imagine critical hit Martin? I need to go do a different preset.
No more time, and so your end.
Can you imagine critical hit Martin with a 12? Okay, maybe full duct tape's a little obnoxious, but I just want to see it.
You surprise me.
God.
But don't expect to endure much longer.
Need to find a
Maybe
way
they
out,
planned
then.
this with the
Okay, that's
oh my
fine.
god. What's
I can
happening?
fix this. Need to find a way out, though.
Okay, so Torch starts with 1,000, but when he repairs it, it's gonna be ridiculous, right? Okay. So now, let's repair it and just see what it goes to. 2,000? Okay, not worth it. Because it would go up to... It'd go up to 1,500 with his skill by itself. I'm here for the crits now, baby. Put slow-mo to make so people can't spam. It's only like a 1 second thing, so it's not that big a deal. Yeah, not impressed, but we're definitely going full crit chance Martin, duh. Duh. Oh my god. Melee Martin incoming! Wait a second. No. We're gonna try to get as much crit chance as we can out of him, including dog tags. We're gonna be that bitch. So dog tags and this one, because that's gonna be more than those two together. And then I only have 1 point to spend, so it doesn't matter what I put in it. Duct tape.
Are you inbred, Mr. Sandwich? A little levity never hurt anyone.
Do you think she'd let us talk about this instead? I don't know. Maybe.
I'm here for critical hit, Martin. Bam! Here comes critical Martin.
Power it up.
Okay, not cool. Didn't even get a critical hit my first hit. Oh, there's a crit! Still, I want to see this. Not a crit, lame. Not a crit, lame. Not a crit, lame. Not a crit, lame. Not a crit. Oh my god. Come on. Maybe the bat doesn't do it as much. Maybe the bat doesn't crit as much? I put on a long barrel? Oh, did I? Oh, my bad.
No more time, and so your end.
That's why. Oh, I'm dumb, so. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I'm just dumb. Okay. There we go.
Your end will come swiftly. I promise.
Try it
Different
again.
idea. You let us
Torch
go
Martin.
and think of something else. That would be fine too. We're sure we can think of something.
Crit! 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 Oh, crit! Am I hitting him in the head or am I critting? I can't tell. Crit! Oh my god, he's critting so much.
I'll get it.
Crit! Crit! Nope. Crit! Crit! Oh my god, he's critting so much.
Reconsider. You don't have to activate that.
Critical Martin. Oh my god. He's critting so much. It's like every other hit or more. Stupid.
This went as I predicted.
Be prepared for Crit Martin. No, Mixtape Martin's way better, but Crit Martin's so funny. Let's try to test it out on the cores and see how often it happens. Jesus Christ. Oh boy. Mind Martin? Yeah, maybe. Mind Martin could be cool.
You will die here. You must die here.
die here.
Need to find a way out, then. Okay, that's fine. I can fix this. Need to find a way out, though.
I sit with my legs up in my chair lately, chat. It's my new meta. Shazam Martin's right, yeah. Mixtape Martin's the way to play him, but once they eventually do something about that, which I'm hoping they will,
idly by while you attempt to use that.
then maybe we can look at other things for Martin.
Activating that will take both your time and energy. Your continued efforts only place humanity in greater danger. You continue to resist, yet you will not survive.
Best friend's name Martin and they look like Martin? Weird. Energy drink fire mines? I mean Shazam Martin? His ult.
Very well. You have found it. Do what you must.
I wonder if you can't crit against armor.
Well done. Take its security card if you must.
I feel like I haven't gotten a single crit on
I
armor.
still have time to stop you. I must ensure the others are
If you
not
hit him
so
in the back,
accessible.
yeah. So I'm saying the armor, like the back isn't armored.
2 down.
Makes
Not
sense to use more with a more
ideal.
logical build. Well, again, that kind of goes
I
back to the
can
mixtape
make
problem, where it's like
adjustments.
the most logical thing to do with Martin is mixtapes, as it is with like the majority of them, which is why mixtapes blow.
Vámonos, vámonos!
A very minor
What console is this? I'm on PC.
accomplishment. Don't let it go to your head.
Mixtape Martin, watch out. Here comes critical hit Martin. Martin.
I am surprised you have come this far. I shall revise my strategy.
Okay, how often are we gonna crit here, chat?
You will not destroy them all.
Meh. Sam wore it better.
You may be feeling confident, but I will not stand idly by.
Thing with Sam is he hits 2,000 base.
How is this possible?
It feels like it's around 50% right now.
Time takes all.
Not
the
super
love
impressed,
away
but
from us.
it was funny to think about. I wanted to entertain the idea. Okay, so y'all are geeking out over it. Energy drinks on Martin. Which, if somebody were to use energy drinks, I mean, look at them. And run mixtapes. Gross. Ooh. Book of Wisdom. Nope. just uses up more points. Book of Wisdom makes no sense. Okay. So usually his cooldown's like 45 seconds, right?
This isn't personal. I simply need to
Play some mind, buddy. Well, bam.
This'll teach him to make off the cuff here. Why don't we just, why don't you just let us go?
Meh.
Step on these and they'll all be like, what?
Meh. Yeah, it's about 24 seconds as opposed to 45.
No more time, and so your end.
Meh. Meh. It's usually 45 seconds, yeah. Meh. It could be useful. I'm sure there's people that make that work really, really well. But meh. I mean, it could be a big problem if, especially like for a net or a Spencer, and they keep charging you, and then you just like keep placing those mines down and stunning everything around them. So it could be good. Don't get me wrong. When you do Fire Mine, does it affect a bunch of zombies around at the same time, or does it only affect one? I mean, it could be really useful for clearing stuff and keeping up with the Mastermind for sure. Can you imagine constant herbs chat? That could be interesting too. Just herb drops, herb drops, herb drops. I mean, I think that could be really interesting for your team, right? So like, keep up on your herb economy and not have to spend cash on that. Like, I think you could run an entire economy build where everything you do, like you have one character committed to this, and then you have another character committed, like you have the other characters committed to Lucky Charms, and then you also have a Val running surplus, and then you could just have your stuff constantly be replenished by killing zombies. Something to think about, man. Now, how do you test rates? I don't know. Anything else we can put on here? It's absolutely something to think about. I mean, you could throw umbrella credits on here too. Drop stop unless it's off a supply zombie?
I'm sorry, but I must do this.
And how long the map? Really?
I am as trapped on this path as you are.
Where do you get that information
Off the cuff
from?
here. Why don't we just, why don't you just let us go?
I've run up against a Supercore Spencer before, and grenades were dropping the entire time. And he was really throwing stuff at us. So I'm curious where you get that from. Max, thank you very much for the sponsorship here. Appreciate you. Let's get some smiles in the chat for Max using the $1 club. Good builds on Val. Anything. She's just really good.
Well, this took some time.
I think I forgot to change my preset. I'd imagine eventually no more ammo drop for me as Becca. That's weird. Maybe that was a glitch then. Because when I went against Super Core, like, we were getting overloaded, but there was constantly stuff dropping, which is why we were able to keep up with them.
You surprised me.
Xenoverse, thank you very much. Maybe that was just a coincidence. Thank you very much, Xenoverse. $20. Which of Sam's brawler options is better? I would take the one that allows you to... I would do Blunt Force. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I would do Blunt Force, Immortal, Recover, and then you could do Exhilaration if you wanted to, because he does so many finishers anyway. $20 tip. Thank you, thank you, thank you. If you guys ever want a tip, you can also use a link in the description. I get a better cut of that than... because YouTube takes a pretty hefty chunk if you use Super Chat. Use a link in the description, the little tip link, and it'll be a different thing that shows up on the stream too.
Swing point, which of Sam's brawler options is better?
I appreciate the $20.
Have you tested that passive out?
I appreciate you. Yeah, I would do damage on Sam. Like streams? Well, thank you. Think Hunk will be out of this game? I don't know. I don't know what they want to do. I think I know these things. I'm here for herbs. Drop me your plants, sir. No plants. But I really feel like there could be a ton of herbs dropping. Like, this could be good against... what kind of herbs do you think drop? Could be good against Alex. And then, like, do you think it only drops if we kill them or if anybody kills them? You know what I'm saying? I know herbs still. There's an herb.
Please, reconsider. You don't have to activate that.
I don't really drop as many herbs as I'd like, but if you're dealing with a swarm, I bet you a ton of them drop.
Locked. Like my heart.
Locked like my heart. Give me an herb. No herbs? Man. Not dropping as many herbs as I'd like. What about tofu? Tofu would be hilarious. Give me an herb, dog. No herbs. Lame. You commit fully to that and you only get one herb? It's as much as you'd get anyway. Come on. Can Valerie make herbs drop more?
This went as I predicted.
I don't think she can, right? Ugh, not impressed. Not impressed. She doesn't do anything to herbs, does she? Thank you for the $5 tips, Universe.
Your presence
Her
here
passive
was
is
not
for
an
dropping
outcome I
grenades.
anticipated all
And then
these
her
years
passive
ago.
also allows you to heal more.
It was all a mistake. But I can erase that mistake.
Has anyone checked the doors? Of course we have. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay.
Come on, herbs.
I need a super healing build for Valerie. Anything, meta grenades, anything.
Thank you for the $5 tip. Appreciate it, Xenoverse. Again, if you guys want to leave a tip, there's also the link in the description. I appreciate you. Thanks for supporting the stream. Yeah, I run you guys talking about door cheese. I run the bull rush on Mr. X now, like the variant for bull rush, doing more damage, simply because there is so much door cheese. And that's the way you counter it. Two.
Please, reconsider. You don't have to activate that.
Locked. Give me a second.
3. Other Astral Brawler greatly increases damage on the. What does that even mean? Blunt Force makes it. Blunt Force does like 30% more damage than the other passive, but your weapons deplete faster. So I would
The
take
other
Blunt Force.
option for Brawler says greatly increases damage dealt to nearby creatures, bioweapons, and biocores, but what does that even mean? How does that increase compare to Blunt Force's increase?
Thank you for another $20 tip. Holy man. Yeah, I would go Blunt Force. Basically, the other one means that Sam's gonna do more damage no matter what, even if you
Your continued efforts
don't
only
bother.
place humanity in greater danger.
So 3 herbs there. You know, I really need to test stuff out with friends at some point. Maybe if Sinnoh's available tonight. I wouldn't expect him to drop an herb. Like, part of me wonders if this could be really good against Alex if it affects the whole team. If it's only kills that we get, well, then I'm a little less optimistic about it. But if it's everyone, I think it could be super interesting.
By while you attempt to use that.
Because if you're dropping a lot more, I don't know, blue herbs, and when she's constantly poisoning you, could be interesting.
So many of you are still alive. Very well. Let us continue.
Can you stack if someone else on your team has it? Yeah, I'm not sure. Like, imagine if everybody was running it and every single zombie dropped an herb. You could always just have herbs, man. We're just testing things right now. There's another herb.
I had hoped it might take more time to find it. You may take its key, but the virus will still be eating you from within.
No. Nothing. Switcheroo? I'm not a fan of switcheroo.
Landmines. Inelegant, but they will suffice.
Takes too long. Did Yorick drop one? I didn't see one, though. I looked. I mean, I missed it if he did. It's being tested here. How much we can make herbs drop? Meh. I really just need, like, I need to get a group of people together because you have to do these in custom matches, which is tough. You know?
Well, this took some time, but... I calculate your odds of survival at 32.3333%. Repeating, of course.
Off the cuff here. Why don't you just let us go?
Nothing. All right, I think we might go to Twitch soon after
this
here and
one's
actually play
locked.
some games.
I'll get.
All I've been doing is testing stuff all day today. Okay, dog. Nothing. Guns or melee? It's up to you. So we're not getting any herbs right now.
Please, reconsider. You don't have to activate that.
Look at that. Nobody's dropped an herb so far. I tried Predator? Nope. So now we're getting like none. Get a group of people? Yeah, I really want to see if it stacks, you know? We got no herbs that time at all. Interesting, huh?
Time takes all we love away from us.
This would take a dedicated group and it would take a little while to test all this stuff. Like a wasted slot. Yeah, but imagine if like everyone was running it. Imagine, chat. Imagine. Okay, chat. We're gonna go to Twitch. Raven's already putting it in the chat because she's so nice. We also have a link in the description for Twitch. We gonna move, are we gonna move, are we gonna move, are we gonna move, we're gonna move, gonna move, gonna move, gonna move, ba-na-na-na-na-na. If you guys want to come on over, I'd appreciate it. You don't even need a Twitch account. Look, we already got people going over there and following. You don't even need a Twitch account. You can just go there and hang out. It's pretty cool. Here we go. Oh. Alrighty, thanks for going over to Twitch, everyone. Merca. Fading. Lucians. OG. Hello, everyone following over on Twitch right now. We're going to end the YouTube stream. Thanks for being here. If you have Amazon Prime, you get stuff for free over on Twitch because Amazon owns Twitch, which is pretty cool. So go check it out. Thanks for being here, YouTube. We're going to do more stuff over there. Going to have more fun. Night's just getting started, and I'll talk to you over there, okay? Talk to you later, YouTube. Bye.